What is going on, guys? Custom Arsenals here. Today I've got the next episode in the series of rebuilding the Losi Mini 8T. So I haven't really done too much work since the last video, just pretty much blank. You can see I still haven't sanded anything down yet. But basically in today's video, I'm going to be figuring out my rear drive shaft and diff situation, as well as mounting some electronics. So let's kind of get into it. First thing I want to say is that this car, I'm probably going to need a few more parts than I anticipated for it, as my slipper clutch, I don't know where all my parts for that went, because again I haven't really needed it for this car. So yeah, first I'm going to show you what I'll be working with. First I got this big tub of stuff, and then I have this tray of screws that I use for all my builds. So anything that you see probably has some of these screws in there. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull out some electronics from this box. First we've got the electronic speed controller I'm going to be using, completely stock from the Losi Mini 8T. Then we've got the Traxxas receiver, which I'm going to be using that top qualified radio. One thing I also do want to say is I have this Spectrum SR4201 receiver that has AVC and stuff in it that came with this car that supposedly still works, but I've been having some issues with it, but nothing too major. So I'm going to try both of these at some point, and we're going to go ahead and see which one works the best, because this one is a 4-channel and it will bind up to my existing radio. So yeah, those two receivers, I'm going to go with the Traxxas for now, just because I don't want to have any troubles. So the motor that I'm going to be using is not this one. This motor is shot, unfortunately. If you've watched any of my previous videos with the Losi Mini 8T before I converted it, you will know what I'm talking about. So now I have the Traxxas 2075 steering servo off the slash 4x4 that I'm going to be using. It doesn't have any mount, so I'm going to have to get creative with the mount. Maybe bend some aluminum around like this to go ahead and keep it in place. So yeah, we'll figure that out a little bit later. But so I'm going to go ahead and also pull out my diff here, which this is the diff that I'm reusing. It's just a stock diff. It's going in the rear. For a little while I did do a front wheel drive build for some reason, for a project that I was going to be doing. And then I'm also going to need some drive shafts, which I'm going to go ahead and probably have to look up a little bit harder for. So yeah, that's pretty much all the basic stuff that I'm going to be using for this build today. But yeah, so let's get into the build process. Alright guys, so now that I've got the rear end all opened up, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm going to be doing to assemble the drive shaft. So these CVD drive shafts, stock from Losi, come with a few parts that you need to assemble. First is this actual shaft. Then we've got the output cup, and then we've got this little cylinder piece right here, and a little pin. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and put the cylinder into the drive shaft. So just like that, it kind of fits in the hole perfectly, almost like you could not even notice it was there. And then you got to line it up with one of the holes in the output cup and slide this little pin through. And if you did it right, it should just slide right through. Just like that. Kind of give it a little shake. Make sure that the pin's all the way in there. And it's even pretty loose, so it might come out if you're not careful. So just gotta go ahead and slip it through. So now you can see that the shaft is on there. And then the next thing you do is you go ahead, and I'm gonna have to pop the Timberlink off. And then we need to slide the output cup into, make sure that our little pin doesn't come out. And slide the output cup into the bearing. And basically what the bearing will do is we'll surround that little pin that we saw inside there, and the drive shaft can turn freely within the bearing without worrying that the pin will fall out and disassemble the whole unit. So yeah, and then I'm going to go ahead and attach it to the output cup of the diff. Alright guys, so the last thing I have to do in today's video is to mount the electronics. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is mounting the servo. Now, coincidentally, the servo is going to be going in the exact same place that it was before. So basically, I'm just going to go ahead and actually just go ahead with this servo tape for now. And yeah, I do have to make a custom mount out of aluminum to mount this up with. But for now, I'm just going to have to deal with this because I really don't want to get out the shoe goo or anything at this moment. I don't have time to make a mount. So, and then I'm going to be mounting the receiver right back in this very back corner. I'm trying to move the weight bias backwards to get most traction in the rear wheels and most like torque to the rear wheels as possible. So I'm going to have the saddle mounted battery right behind the servo, and then I'm going to put the ESC right in front of the receiver. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that done.